So Neural DSP has just dropped their latest plugin, this time being the Mesa Boogie Mark II C++ and C++. Very iconic amp and very well known to have been used by Metallica to get their tones for Master of Puppets and Justice for All. Although you can already get something that sounds very similar to the tones found on those albums using Bias FX2. That's what I use for all my videos. Neural DSP have sort of always done a better job at recreating what those amps really sound like. However, Bias FX2 is the much more versatile plugin because you've got, probably hundreds of different amps and stuff. So today we're going to put the two together and see which ones do a better job of recreating the Master of Puppets tone. Alright, so this is what we get just right off the bat when you open her up. That's definitely a Mesa Boogie. It sounds very nice. So what we're going to use to get the Master of Puppets tone is we're going to use Flemming Russaman. We're going to use the producer's notes, which is what you're looking at here. Don't really know what most of this stuff means, but these numbers here are what you've got, or your knobs and stuff. So I just copied all the amp settings straight from the notes and put it straight into the plugin. So it's all the same, and I've just added a little bit of reverb in the back of the amp, not using the pedal. So here's what that sounds like. You can really hear it on those accents. It sounds good. So that sounds pretty good to me. So yeah, now we'll compare it to the Bias FX preset that I use, and let's see what the difference is like. So I always answer people like in the comments and stuff when they ask how I get my album tones and stuff. It's probably good that I mention it in a video. The person that made this preset actually has a YouTube channel. He hasn't been active for a few years, I think, which is pretty sad, but yeah, he's basically where I get all of my sort of album tones for different things, because he creates a whole bunch of them, from bloody Iron Maiden to Slipknot. So let's see what this one sounds like. I think it sounds very similar. I think with Bias you can sort of capture what that guitar tone sounds like, once it's been mixed, mastered, EQ'd, put through all these different things. So it sort of gets you at the end product, so that end sound after all that production is laid on top of it. Whereas I think with the Neural DSP plugin, that sort of gives you what those guitars sound like before they've been, laid on top of each other, and, had all that other stuff done to it. So yeah, I do think the Neural DSP one sounds more like lively, more organic. I'll put the two plugins back to back so you can hear the difference for yourself, and then I'll do something where you've got like layers, so it's all layered and sounds like how it would on the album. And after listening to them both back to back, it's pretty apparent that the Bias FX one is a whole lot closer to what it sounds like on the album. However, I didn't do any extra tweaking to the Neural DSP one. I just straight from the notes put it straight into the plugin, and that's what you get, which is still pretty close. Like I said before, it sounds like, I reckon that's what the guitar tones would have sounded like live, but once you have all the production on top of that, that's the sound that the Bias preset is recreating. But I just wanted to see how close you could get if you just use Flemming's notes, and you can get pretty close. So let us know what you think the Neural DSP plugin sounds like, and if you're planning on getting it. And as I'm sure there'll be other people who can do a better job with this plugin than I can, if you do end up creating something that sounds similar to the album, feel free to let us know. I'd love to hear it, really see what this plugin can do. But that was my little tone test. Hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.